no air conditioning. I'll do a video when I get home. Time 1770 turbo. Hey? Is it?
Well, I didn't hear you till you were in the gate.
Okay. Yeah, I gave it a fair bit of stick coming in the gate. It was only low gear. Well, two backlights don't work, and I don't know why. Neither here nor there. One middle one don't work. And that's on low beam. The two middle ones I know come on a high beam. I don't think this air compressor works. The mere motor code. Well, there you go. See if I can get in here without breaking my neck or skinning my toes because I'm in my safety boots. You can just hear the turbo. Low air. Can't, no brakes. Doesn't look like the pump's making any sounds. A lot of the air stuff doesn't work. So, yeah, like that clutch is pretty heavy. Due to the fact that, yeah, due to the fact we've got no air, four-wheel drive, PDO, which is out of gear. I don't know whether that's in or out for the four-wheel drive. I have to read the book. Hydraulic pump. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't see through the window. It's got a main set of 3-point on it. I reckon you could go through the limestone with a significant post-hole border rather easily. Yeah. Sticky seat. Wireless. It's actually a fairly good neck. harness for UHF. They had it up here by the looks of it. And there's this contraption up here with a bit of ginning around. I suppose that would open. And that's your emergency escape hatch. So yeah, spiders have made themselves a home in here. And you've got enough room in here to put an angled fridge, babysit the kids, or whatever. So yeah, the steering's working fine now. We've put some oil in it, put nearly 20 litres of oil in it. Because it's got no brakes, I'm going to leave it on a bit of an angle. It can't roll away anywhere. Gotta leave it nearly locked. But yeah, ignition here, throttle, the foot throttle down there as well. And that turns the ignition off. Clunk, clunk. Indicators which aren't working, but I'll see about fixing that one of these days. Yeah. Look at that, you turn the ignition off and the headlights go off. You've got to pull it across to start it. Got me a bit, so it's got no air, but anyway. 45 degrees one day, raining the next. I'm going to try and get some air into this tractor and see if I can get the brakes to work. Yeah, radio. Out for now. I couldn't have got it any closer. And they're both in the shed. This is what the engine looks like. I just looked on eBay. I can buy that pump for $400. I don't think I will. I think we'll try and fix it if that is the problem. You can't hear it make any sound. One of my uncles has got one of these. It works properly, so I'm going to go and have a look at that. And there's your turbo, which you can still buy for about $600 US, brand new. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, it's a bit of an oily slick, but I mean, you know. There's your centrifugal oil filter. So 3 each side, V6. Yeah, you can still buy a fan for these. You can buy all sorts of stuff off eBay. I'm surprised actually. I've got to work out what this line does, because this could be half my problem. And there's a back brake line that's missing, which is why I want to go look at one that works properly. In here, that one there's capped off, and there's nothing in the line at the other end. And I also found a tap at the back, which I think's for having trailers on. That was left open and that was leaking. Both of these were open and leaking. So I've turned them off. I managed to build up some air to get the assisted clutch to work properly. Well enough to drive it in here without putting my foot through the bloody, well, back through my hip kind of attitude. Without pulling up on the steering wheel. So that works. But the thing doesn't make air. And the needle sometimes flickers. Sometimes. So I'm thinking we're going to come back to here. So I'm going to have to pull this off and see if it blows, or whether it blows and sucks, or I don't know. We could repair that. So yeah, I don't know. And here's the old bird from the other side. So yeah, ER12 gas. I reckon I can fix that. It must be a 100 amp alternator. I can't read it. But yeah, diesel pump. You can still buy a diesel pump on eBay. I can't remember how much it was now. Not that we need one. It was funny what came up in the search. So yeah, I reckon that bell housing possibly has a thingy on here for maybe another driver of some description or another aftermarket pump.
What are these knobs for on the top of the rocker cover?
That holds the rocker cover on.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool actually.
Yeah. The early Holdens had them, but they had like the T-handles down the side. Well, that was the aftermarket idea anyway, I think.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, like on your 186s, and they used to vibrate loose. Because they're too long, they used to vibrate, and then they'd turn. You'd go for a trip, you get underneath and tighten everything up once you start to smell the oil. That's that cable across there, it goes all the way to the front for the Venetians.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one.
Chain looking one.
Yeah. They were half shut when I picked it up. And the thing runs at temperature, so like it's got a thermostat in it.
The what?
Yeah, it's got a thermostat that works properly. See, they're sprung at the front. That's why they ride so nice down the road.
I watched a video of how leaf springs. What springs the name?
I've done that too.
I tagged you in it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. You can still buy an exhaust off of eBay too. Muffler box, and I think you can buy the stack as well, but I mean, the stack's just generic.
The stack was pretty easy to make. It's to be a two.
Yeah. I don't know why people put chrome ones on, because yeah, I reckon you need a pair of sunglasses to drive the bloody thing. And they give you these nice little steps, which I can't wiggle, to get up on the thing. Ain't that cool?
Very courteous.
Good for short people. Hey Tamara. Yes. She says yes. She's got Tamara's short person approval. Yeah. tx3. It says that on the door on the inside. Let's go have a look at the door on the inside. Oh. 45 degrees yesterday and
It's supposed to be like 29 today.
29 today and raining. Well, yeah. So there's that as well. But yeah.
I guess the tx3 stands for those three words.
Well, I reckon that's the transmission. It's only 3-speed. I think.
If you look at each word,
And then the model is a
T150.
T150K. And this is the Russian word up here.
Yeah, so that one starts with X, and the next one starts with a T, and then the
I can't remember the exact wording for it, but there's another manufacturer name that they come out the same factory, and it starts with K and it's about this long, and no one in the world, unless you're Russian, can pronounce it, so I don't know. So yeah.
Some very simple word too.
Oh, like, yeah, I'm not even going to say it because I can't bend my tongue that far. But yeah. Yeah.
100 gallons.
Yeah, 450 litres.
So that's a fuel tank, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fuel tank. And that's power steering, and well, actually I think that one might be hydraulics, or they might both be interconnected. So that one goes up to the hydraulic remotes. And yeah, it says hydraulic. And that one, or main hydraulics, and that one says power steering on the other side. So yeah. The rats are strapped the batteries in, they won't move, because that terminal's live there. Hence the reason I stuck that in the middle of nowhere, nothing can touch it. So yeah. Oh well. So, here we have the culprit for it not having brakes initially. What's that bit doing there? Oh wait, that's supposed to be on the other end. So I'm going to make a new one of them. That goes from the middle here, down the chassis, to a T-junction, and then it goes right wheel, and then around the back and into the left wheel booster. So there's that, which coincides with that line down there we can't see. There, now I've got the light on. Which coincides with the fact that This one here is plugged off because that's for the rear brakes. So that hose is missing, so I've got to buy one of those. And that one there does trailer brakes, and I believe, I got a feeling that the PDO is air operated, because it don't work and we ain't got no air, so 2 and 4 make 6, and yeah. So anyway, that makes no sense, but it does to me. We've got that plumb back up. That's the park brake. That's not right, but see, it would have had a metal hose, it would have rubbed through, and rather than make a new metal line to go from here up to here, they've put this hose on. And when it initially lost air, because this is the scenario, it initially lost air, I would guess, because that back brake hose broke over the diff. So they took that hose off in the middle, that flexible one, and put a bung in the line, and then allowed it to have front brakes, which is all well and good. But in doing so, that might have been alright. But then the pump shit itself, I would say, because the pump sucks more than it blows. I took this one off and stuck my thumb over it, and it sucks in and out. The valves are dodgy in it. It did sort of work. It worked enough that I can actuate the handbrake, and I can get the clutch to pump up enough to get the air assisted clutch to work. So in this scenario, I think the back brakes went because that hose metal line fatigued. They thought stuff it and they blanked it off, and then the pump died and the thing wouldn't move because this handbrake was on, because that slashed onto the front diff, and so they undone that. I'll climb under there and show you in a minute. And for some reason, maybe because it leaks, it might leak, I think it does. They disconnected this and bunged the end of this line, because this was hanging down here. Yeah, so as it would try and get some air up for the clutch, so as the clutch wasn't so heavy. So there's that. But I still haven't got enough air to make things work properly. Like, I can't get the PDO in and out of gear, or the hydraulics in and out of gear with the engine running and my foot on the clutch. So I don't know what the go is there. I even put the box in gear to try and stop the input shaft from turning, thinking that it might have just been dragging on the clutch a bit, and without grinding the teeth you'd never get it in. So I'm going to pull this off when I get time. I can't get any of these off because I'm pretty sure that they're, well, not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure that the valves are under here, and they would be the cause. It looks like it's got an oil leak there, but anyway, I'll sort all that out another time. I'll drive it forward and pressure clean it. I'll climb underneath. Oh, as we're climbing underneath, I found where the power steering fluid's going. So I'm hoping to tighten this gland seal up. If not, I might have to pull this ram out and fix it. This other one doesn't look so bad. But that's not what we're under here for. We're talking about this little doofahickey here, which is the park brake. So this is the front diff tail shaft, and so at least they disconnected this so as it wouldn't drag, so that's pretty good. So with no air, that is pulled in, so I've got that to actuate now on its own, but I can't hold enough air in the system to make it work reliably, so as that I can rig this back up without potentially having it not function and drag this and burn all this out. So hence the reason why I haven't gone ahead and put this back together. Now, looking on eBay, you can buy this strap brand new, Mind you, it incurs $100 worth of freight. Maybe actually a bit more, I can't remember. So yeah, that's the front diff. And yeah, I'll have to get under here and grease everything one day before it does too much work. There's a grease nipple there. I'm assuming that's for the splines. Yeah, it would be. There'd probably be one on that uni joint somewhere. But I know Lukey said he's going to watch this. So Lukey, I want to come and have a look at your old man's or whoever's it is. Doesn't necessarily need to be running. I just want to have a look to see where. Oh, this is where that other line come from. Well, this is what I was chasing. Where that line runs through on this one, whether it runs the same spot. I'm assuming it would. So yeah, I might have to crawl around under yours. But yeah, it comes from there. That's a T-junction that goes straight back that way and goes around behind here to get to this other booster. So there's that. So that should be an easy fix. And there's another line that goes all the way to the back. There's a tap at the back that was open, and then it diverts off of there and goes to the power takeoff. So I don't know, for those that haven't seen, this is what one of these looks like underneath. Look how heavy it is. That's a heavy bit of kit. I don't exactly know what horsepower this is. I know the 1500 is 163 horsepower. But I think that's rated at the drawbar. As for this one, being that it's a bigger engine, runs the same turbo as the 1500, but it's a bigger engine. Wouldn't have a clue. And so yeah, that's obviously how I got to air it back into the system, using my little air compressor. So yeah, which I've got to make a better adapter for. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised to see that that's not totally burnt out, and yeah. Anywho, I'll stitch this to the other videos. Well, actually I've made one big video of all the other short ones. Oh. And yeah, I've still got room in here to walk, surprisingly. Look at that, it's even got the safety. Safety is #1 priority. Never takes a holiday, right? Is that right? Safety never takes a holiday? No, not if you want to live. So yeah, so this side, I don't know if I mentioned that in another one, like it says here is power steering, and the other tank on the other side is hydraulic oil. So yeah, I don't know, I'm quite impressed with this little beast actually. So yeah, all the water hoses and stuff don't look too bad and things like that, so yeah. I don't know whether anyone else noticed, but it reminds me of a 37 model Ford. It's got two outlets, one there, from the outlet from the engine. So thermostat, recirculation, so that the engine heats up evenly, and then two outlets. So yeah, it reminds you of a flathead 37 model Ford, for those that have seen one. But yeah, yeah, I think should be quite a humdinger, and I haven't got any equipment big enough that I can use unless I hire some to really work the thing. Our cultivator, which I like to use on the in-laws property, won't really put this thing to the test, so you know, I think this thing will just play with it. Oh, it's still got water on it from when it was outside. So yeah. Oh, and that's all loose here too. They must have been going to try and pull that bar off. I've got to reattach all that. But yeah. Anywho. I said anywho about 3 times. There's that silly tap that was turned on. That was just leaking out to the atmosphere. I'm assuming that's for brakes or like trailer brakes or something else. Yeah. So, gonna be busy. Gotta do something to kill my time. But I'm, you know, can't do anything else. I can sit here and tinker when I can't afford to do anything else. I haven't done much else in the case. The radiator's got to come out on that because that's leaking. And I'm not quite sure. It doesn't look like it's going to be too hard to get out once I remove the side panels. As you can see, this here is rusty. So yeah, and the other one isn't much better. In fact, the whole tank is not that flash, but that might survive with a paint job and a good neutralising. I don't know. So yeah, we've got to work out how to get that out. Although it looks fairly simple. But yeah. So the Scania is noisier than the Belarus coming in the driveway. And I think that this engine mechanically is noisier than this one. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm signing off for the 5th time in this short video, which is dragging on because I like to drag things on. Yeah. Does tomorrow want to hit the stop button?